Hello, it's Kadisha. I'm back with another video. Take notice, but don't react. So, this is something that is, of course, easier said than done, but I just was so pleased with myself. And like I said, I've mentioned before, a lot of things go over my head, so people can try to offend me, and I won't get it till like 3 days later. I'm like, oh, you didn't offended me. However, sometimes people will do things to make you react, which I tell you to not look for ways to be offended. I've talked about that. And I guess that's kind of different. Sometimes people will try to trigger you on purpose. So we have to be careful with that. But in this case, even in my case, I feel like the person wasn't being, I don't feel like the person was being spiteful at all. I really don't. They could have been, of course, I don't know them in that way. But it just made me look at them like with a side eye. So I was actually talking to this individual, and I. That's the thing, when you get people to talk and they'll start revealing stuff that you're like. So it's better to listen than speak. If you don't hear nothing else I say, that's gonna make you win in life. Listen more than you speak. And I was talking to them. I was asking them questions about something that I know they had previously purchased, and they were like, "Yeah, this, and that." And they were just going on and on, and so I asked them another question because I just want them to keep talking. And then they actually said something that, when I thought about it, it was racist. So they weren't the same color as me, and I say it's racist, but it's a very, like, it has a, the word that they use has a negative connotation that comes along with it. So when they said it, I was like, oh, okay. Still pleasantly smiled. I don't know if I ain't have a grin like this. I ain't have a Happy Meal grin, but just still engaging in the conversation. But it just made me not necessarily look at them different. You're like, you making a whole video about them. Maybe you are looking at them different. But it's just, like I said, it made me to take note. And I really believe what Maya Angelou says. When somebody shows you who they are, you believe them. And so this is not to say that this person is a bad person, because I don't think that. I don't think that at all, because I don't think they would intentionally say that. But I think it's something that they would probably be using around their friends, and their friends don't look like me. So it's everybody saying it. But then when you get and sit down and talk with me, I start to be like your friend because I'm asking you these questions. And so you're getting comfortable with me, and you start saying stuff that you say around your friends. And I just was like, oh, wow, they just said that. Okay. And I just can, continue on with the conversation. Like I said, they didn't even bat an eye. So I don't really think, I definitely do not think that it was a direct jab at me. I don't think that it could have been, but I didn't take it that way. But I just think it was just the way that they talk. And the Lord tells us in His Word, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So what's inside of us is going to come out. So whether we try to suppress it, whether we try to hide it around different people, before long, it's going to come out. So it just showed me that deep down they have some things maybe going on that they don't know, or they just don't care in that regard. And I don't know. I can't really talk for them. I don't know. But I'm speaking to you who may be the person who is on the receiving end like me. And to be able to flow along with it, not be fake. No, I'm not going to be fake about being with anybody or anything like that. But it's just like I took note. And I'm like, okay, I see this. Right. Now, Lord, how do I move forward in this? Because that's the hard part, or that's the question we usually don't ask going forward. We don't say, what do I need to do with this information going forward? We just take it, and then most of the time we talk to other people about it and say, this is what I see. And I'm guilty of it, because I be like, why do people do that? I ask somebody else, and it's okay to talk to a person that you feel will be able to give you that perspective. Why do they do that? Whatever, and it's fine. But I do believe the first thing we need to do is to ask the Lord and say, Lord, okay, now that I received that and I saw that, how do I move forward and not be offended by it, and not treat this person differently, but to still treat them as you want me to treat them, but not be naive. And the Lord will reveal that to you in his own special way. So I was just like, Lord, I can't believe I just sat through that. That was funny. Looking back, me laughing at myself, not at what he said, because I didn't think that was funny. But I was just like, okay, all right. All right, Lord. So I hope you were able to grab something from this. Thank you so much for watching. Like I always say, saca mi que quieres ver en otros. And I actually have the shirt on today. I would stand up. I got it. Oh, I got it cropped, y'all. Like an old woman. And so I have it, and I have a skirt on, so you can't really see. But I got it cropped. Se cambió. Que quieres ver en otros. Until next time. Bye.